Okay. Okay. So now. So expensive. And look, 8 for.
Shakur is not gonna lay down. It's gonna be skill versus skill. Teo's a very talented, skillful fighter. Shakur is a very extremely talented, skillful fighter.
Manny Pacquiao recently visited Teofimo Lopez during his training camp. As he prepares for the massive fight against Shakur Stevenson, the boxing legend did more than just stop by. He shared advice, corrected small mistakes, and lifted the energy inside the gym. Lopez looked motivated and confident, clearly feeding off Pacquiao's presence. The session showed that Teofimo is taking this fight seriously and is fully locked in for the challenge ahead. Inside Lopez's camp, everything is being done with purpose. He has brought in sparring partners who move like Shakur, sliding in and out, changing angles, and staying light on their feet. The goal is to copy Stevenson's style as closely as possible so Lopez can sharpen his timing and distance control. This camp is not only about getting stronger, it is about understanding how Shakur thinks in the ring and preparing counters for every movement. Lopez is training both his body and his brain for this fight. Bond between Manny Pacquiao and Teofimo Lopez has surprised many fans. Despite coming from different eras, they speak about each other with real respect. Their connection has even sparked talk of a future exhibition match, with fans imagining the excitement of a legend sharing the ring with a modern champion. While nothing is official, their friendship shows how boxing continues to unite fighters across generations through shared passion and respect.
Interested in fighting in Saudi Arabia because that's what they want to do. They want to do like some of the retired fighters put on like super fights and stuff like that.
No, yeah, absolutely. You know, those are things that are coming around as well. Exhibitions, maybe me and Pacquiao. Who knows? We can do stuff like that.
You and Pacquiao's an exhibition.
Oh, that'd be huge.
That would be huge.
That'd be huge.
You think you think you'd be able to take him?
Yeah,
Easy.
it's good. I love southpaws, and I will fight the greatest one of times.
Why do you say you love southpaws?
I love southpaws because I grew up with them. And haven't you seen my track record from Magdaleno to Lomachenko?
Zab Judah believes this fight will be explosive and technical at the same time. He calls it a true skill for skill battle where neither man will back down. Judah points out that Shakur's accuracy and ring control could overwhelm Lopez, even with Teofimo's power and experience. Some people question how deep Shakur's professional resume is, but Judah sees this fight as his chance to silence all doubts. At the same time, he reminds everyone that Lopez has been performing at the highest level for years, making this matchup far closer than many expect.
Think about it.
It's two dog fighters. You got two dog fighters that's coming in there to solidify themselves as the game changer. Teo's not gonna lay down. Shakur is not gonna lay down. It's gonna be skill versus skill. Teo's a very talented, skillful fighter. Shakur is a very extremely talented, skillful fighter. And yes, we're gonna see a hell of a great chess match that night.
Yeah, I believe so. Now, I think in your earlier predictions, you felt like Shakur will be stopping Teo? Am I right?
Annihilation, decapitation. Is that what you're talking about? You going back to my comments? Yeah. I feel like Teo's a very dominant force, but I just think that the skills of Shakur Stevenson is gonna overwhelm Teo. It's gonna overwhelm. Yeah. He's never seen this type of action before yet.
Now,
No disrespect. Okay. My little man, you know what I'm saying? Just saying, yo, it is what it is.
Looking at, the stats, the resumes, we see that, Teo has been at this high level for a long time. When it comes to Shakur Stevenson, his amateur record speaks for itself, but at the same time, not necessarily getting the notable names that people know in America. People are also saying that they're kind of discrediting Shakur's resume, saying he hasn't really fought anybody. Teofimo Lopez would be that first person. Do you feel like that could be something that, I don't know, it could be a lot?
On the Wade podcast, Shakur Stevenson made it clear that his goal is to become an all-time great. He says age and weight class do not matter to him. He wants every big challenge. Lopez fired back by saying that fighting him is not the same as beating amateurs or lighter opponents. Shakur responded confidently, explaining that being inside the ring with him is a completely different experience. Both fighters believe they can take the other into deep water, turning this fight into a mental war as much as a physical one.
You know, maybe it's just the mind games of like trying to get Shakur to see all versions of him. Like, oh, you know, I'm laid back, you know, super humble. Shakur deserves his respect. And at the press conference talking crazy like that. I've never heard the Room 41, but the way you got to do it, Teo is messing up the dick joke. The way you got to say it is you got to make Shakur say what you said. Yeah, I'm going to take him to Room 40. Room 40, yeah, Room 40's nuts. That's the way you, not just, you know, you hit the punchline before we even get there. Even this was the face-to-face at the presser.
It's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I've been waiting on this forever. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Well, you all already knew that Teo Sr. was going to be talking. Y'all knew that.
The prize is right up here. The prize is right up here.
Saying the prize is right up here. He's talking about the ring belt, and that's true. I mean, the most prestigious belt in boxing. That's fair.
We stay working. You can't fight for him.
Veteran journalist Dan Rafael also shared his thoughts on the matchup. He praised both fighters for their careers, noting that Lopez has delivered when facing elite opponents like Josh Taylor, and that Shakur has been consistent at every level from featherweight to lightweight. He also highlighted the significance of the location. Madison Square Garden connects both fighters to their roots and promises an electric atmosphere. According to Rafael, this is not just another fight. It is a meaningful clash between two elite young stars ready to define their era.
Came time to step up and take on the champ, which was Josh Taylor. He shined in that fight. So when Teofimo is matched, you know, in a big time opponent, you know, he's delivered, and he's done it, you know, a number of times. And you know, he looked really good against Taylor. And Shakur, by the way, similar thing. He's been flawless through his career. He may be not the most exciting at times, but Shakur Stevenson gets the job done. He has won titles from featherweight up to lightweight. You know, when his back was against the wall, quote unquote, and everybody had big expectations, and he had a lot of pressure on him not to make it a boring fight and all that kind of business. You know, what did he do in his last fight against William Zepeda? He stood in the pocket, and he fought the guy, and he won handily. He shut him out, basically. He won like 10 rounds to 2. I mean, you know, he fought a unification fight against Oscar Valdez, a fighter that, even though he might have been favored, thought maybe Oscar could do some damage because he was a good puncher and had a great amateur background and a great chin and all those types of things. And he went out there and he routed him also. I mean, so, you know, these are two of the best young elite fighters in boxing. And their fight has been talked about for a long time. They spent most of their careers together at Top Rank, which was a fight. If you ever ask Bob Arum, he'll tell you that was a fight that Top Rank, you know, down the road had their eye on at some point when they were going to be, you know, closer in weight to each other. Because obviously Teofimo had started off, you know, a little bit heavier than Shakur, but they would eventually catch up to each other. They're both Olympians, by the way. Teofimo you know, he's American, but he fought for his parents' country of Honduras in that same Olympic Games. It was Shakur Stevenson winning a silver medal for the United States. I mean, they have all kinds of accomplishment. I do think they have a healthy respect for each other. They know each other for all the years being at Top Rank events together. They fought on the same undercard twice when the main event was Terrence Crawford, who was obviously very close to Shakur, but Teofimo was on those shows also. So, and they're doing it in the right place. This is not a fight they're taking to a place that doesn't make sense. You know, all respect to the big matches they do in Saudi Arabia, but this is
avails over every style in the world so far. You know, Shakur wasn't just a amateur boxing champion. He was a world amateur boxing champion on more than one occasion. Also, he was the AIBA Fighter of the Year, making him the best boxer in the world in amateur boxing. So, you know, Shakur is looking for those same things from Jake Quinn in terms of inside the expression rate. But Shakur has been proven that he's been the number one boxer throughout his life. He was number one in every category that he boxed at, from kid coming up. You know what I mean? Here in the U.S., he had eclipsed every boxer over like 1,000, almost close to 2,000 points in terms of his winning. So, you know, it's not a thing that, you know, people can talk about what has Shakur done. They know what Shakur done in his amateur ranking. And Shakur done everything that they never were capable of doing. So, you know, it's only going to be a matter of time before he proves, you know, this caliber of fighter that he is for the world.
Now, as far as the weight jump goes, what's that preparation like? That'll be his 4th weight class.
Well,
Like, what do you look to? Do you look to add more muscle? What's the proper way of adding weight when jumping up?
let me give you an example. All right, let's look at when Terrence fought Canelo, right?
Yeah.
Everybody talking about him walking up and moving up there because the weight was gonna be a problem, but a lot of people don't know what these cats really walk around at. So you